Let's meet our panelists. First, we have Lisa Esty, Senior Go-To Market Lead for Flow Business. She'll be lending us her expertise in strategic management, smart solutions, digital marketing, and analytics. Next up is Kalilah Reynolds, an award-winning business and finance journalist, financial educator, and entrepreneur. She'll be providing practical advice on navigating the complex world of finance. The dynamic Joel Nomdarkham, marketing and social impact strategist, is here to give us the benefit of his extensive strategic marketing expertise. Craig Powe is a digital marketing expert and CEO of Adtelligent. He'll be filling you in on value-added solutions, analytics, and digital marketing. Last but certainly not least, we have the renowned Keron Rose, back again to share his insights into digital strategy in Caribbean business and entrepreneurship. Moderating this enlightening conversation is our exceptional host, Dr. Terry Carell Reed. Let's give them all a big round of applause.
Keron, I'm going to start with you. I'm going to start with you as a DigiBoss because you have done a lot of coaching, you do a lot of one-on-one, and you do a lot of front-facing with Caribbean businesses. What do you think are some of the biggest challenges they face when you have to interact with them?
So I think one of the biggest challenges to start is that the world is moving at lightning speed, right? And when people want to get started, they have no idea where to get started and where to go to learn how to start building their business. When they start to find a lot of the content creators or influencers or business owners that they can follow, again, as you said, everybody's at different stages. So the information that they're getting might not be applicable to them where they are at. So I think what Flow Business is starting with innovation and the smaller workshops, giving a place for business owners to come and start to learn about from step one, I think is critical. Because when you look at what's happening in the US and in Canada, there's spaces where people who know absolutely nothing, they could walk into a Best Buy and learn about the technology. They could walk into an Apple store and learn about how do I start to code or how do I start to build games. There's spaces for that. We don't really have that in the Caribbean, and that's what we need to solve. Start to create those rooms where people can learn from step one and then bring them along.
Nice. So you're talking about education, you're talking about awareness, and you're talking about access.
Yes.
All right, fantastic. Craig, I'm going to come across to you because with your wealth of knowledge and expertise, not just with small and medium businesses, you're now serving governments, big corporations, you are serving clients outside of Jamaica, you are serving in territories that don't even speak English. For a lot of small businesses, small and medium, a huge part is how do I get the reach if I don't have the moolah? How do I get into territories if I don't have the money? Based on your background in advertising, marketing, digital spend, what advice do you have, what tips do you have for small business, small and medium businesses in terms of ad spending and targeting the right people in different territories?
So I'm going to say something that's probably going to blow majority of people's mind, that most of the stuff that we do can actually be done for free, can be done with a very low cost. I was in Peru maybe about 3 months ago working on a project for a business that we're trying to reach out to the diaspora, Peruvian diaspora, which we do a lot of for Jamaican businesses. And I said to them in Spanish, basically, let's just go on LinkedIn, look at the people who graduated from University of Lima in Peru in marketing who are CMOs who live in Miami. Free information. And we were able to find about 300 chief marketing officers who live in Miami who graduated from the University of Lima. And I said, let's just send a message to these guys using in-mail credits, 20-something US dollars to reach out to all the people that we wanted to talk to. That is nothing. But it's a fear, and they don't know, and it's a scary thing. A lot of the things that we're doing now is just trying to get people to be more comfortable with the technology that exists. Because, for example, Spice was saying some of the most interesting things I've ever heard, just simple things. Be comfortable buying an influencer, be comfortable working with these brands, being comfortable doing these things. If I go on TikTok right now and I find lots of trending people, most of these people are not getting engaged by the large corporations yet because people underestimate the value of TikTok, underestimate the value of these things. If you're a Jamaican business or Caribbean business, you're talking about 40,000 Jamaican dollars or 200 US or 250 US dollars to buy someone who could possibly get you maybe 250,000 views. There's no TV commercial you can place that can get you that type of traction. And these are things that you don't have to be a complicated or sophisticated buyer to do. Now, I work with the government, and I also work with large corporations because they also have these issues because they're shifting spend from traditional media platforms like radio, TV, newspaper, to things like digital, and they need guidance on how to do it. A lot of the marketing managers I work with will tell you, hey, I just got hired, I switched from a corporation, I moved into the government, and these guys are kind of old, they don't even are on social media, they need help. But in reality, the strategies that we're using are actually very simple. LinkedIn, looking at TikTok, looking at Instagram. And separately, what I think which is missing, because I was, again, in, Terry, we were in a conference on the weekend, right? And she was a speaker, bilingual, fantastic. She interviewed the IDB president. I'm sure her resume and profile is going to go straight up, so maybe we can't afford it in the future.
Yesterday's price.
Right? It's not today's price.
Yesterday's price is not today's price.
But I was at lunch with a guy from Mexico, a complete Spanish conversation. I took him to Uncorked in Montego Bay, and he had the jerk sauce, right, which was done with a pepper jelly, a beautiful sauce. He was telling me how it's dulce, it's picante, it's sweet, it's spicy. He's talking about his honey, and he just says it's the most beautiful thing ever. But guess what? I took him to the supermarket and said, hey, do you want to buy that same sauce? He says he doesn't know how to use it. He doesn't know exactly how to cook with it or this. A lot of times when we make things in Jamaica, products, because we sell mostly to our diaspora, we don't actually ever think to tell people how do you actually use these things. Jerk products, which are selling great to Jamaicans, nobody outside of our community really understands how to use it. But we have one guy in the UK who's created reggae sauce with some foreign investors, that's in not Jamaican people who invested cash, created a commercial, and now it's the #1 selling sauce in the whole of the category, selling more than Heinz ketchup, because they told people, simple, you put it on your chicken, you put it on your burgers, it makes the thing look like finger licking, but we don't really think that way because we usually talk to ourselves. So that's my point. It's just basically talk to people, tell them what your product does, use simple things, go on LinkedIn if you're selling to B2B and find out the people who actually have those jobs. If you're selling to consumers, as Spice says, make sure you're talking to the right audience. Facebook and Google have all these abilities for you to actually do in-market things, figure out people who are Jamaicans or searching for the things that you're buying. And it's actually not that scary. And you have free tools like Canva and other things that you can use. You don't have to pay me.
All right. Well, we still pay you for your expertise, Craig.
Yeah.
Craig, I just want to remind you that Spice is not in the building. I just want to remind you that Grace Hamilton is in the building at InKnowvation, okay? But, and I'm going to get to the other panelists, but what he said was also extremely true. A lot of the times, as small and medium businesses, we overthink or we underestimate just how powerful and effective simplicity is. Another thing that was actually shared at the IDB conference just 2 days ago was language. It was such a simple point, and just going back to what Craig is talking about, the gentleman, Keron Preston, who is the CEO and founder of Carib Shopper, basically said, listen, we might like something called bun. We know we're talking about the pastry. We may like this pastry called bun, and yet still if we're trying to sell to the diaspora, we're trying to sell outside, we may not necessarily use the term or the language bun. We have to find out what they might call it, a cinnamon roll without the icing or a brioche. So even as we're trying to expand beyond our borders, we also have to be aware of the language that will help sell, the product. Joel, I'm coming to you because Mr. Digiboss here is like, yo, you can do it yourself.
Yeah.
Build your website, get your tools, track your thing, monitor your thing. You can do it all by yourself. Craig is saying, hey, we can help you. Cross borders, we can help you with the ad spend. It's important to shift from traditional spend to digital spend. I'm coming to you because I think more and more customers have become savvy.
Yes.
Customers are asking questions like, who do you serve? What is your cause? What is your social impact? What is your corporate social responsibility portfolio? We see more people, customers, supporting businesses that are doing things that have positive social impact. Talk to me about what you have seen in the field. I know you do a lot of work and presentations. How important is social impact and social enterprising on profitability of business?
It's such an important aspect that I think people can't fake it anymore. social impact as a mandate itself is not only serving the company, but it's also serving the people and the community that's investing. I was reading an impact report the other day, and it was saying that 76% of consumers are more likely to spend their money with an organization that's contributing to social good. And social good spans environment, people, culture, education, youth, sports, so many different areas and arenas. And it's so critical that no matter at what level you are, there should be some degree of social good, social enterprise in whatever it is that you build. Sometimes we get so confused and caught up in profitability that we forget who is really going to bring in the profit. Like, who are you giving back to? Who are you encouraging to not only purchase what you're doing, but how are you investing? Is there a scholarship program that you're investing in? Is there some education that you're doing as well for that specific community? And what it does is it makes those people more in tune and more interested to invest in your business. And I also believe that a big part of what we're missing as companies and corporations with social impact is not understanding the generation that's coming. Gen Z has a purchasing power of over $360 billion. And these are people who are like, Mommy, I don't like that brand because it is full black, or that person flies in a jet and is contributing to pollution, and these are educated individuals now who are looking beyond just, okay, here's my business, here's my product, try it and get it done. So we have to start thinking about people more, no matter how small your business is. I've seen local brands who, invest so much in sustainable development, youth, education, and when you look at how much they're earning and how much they're in the market space, it correlates. From a social impact standpoint, I am a firm believer in that. I want to big up Flow as well. I know I'm here, but Flow invests so much in youth and education. Just last year, I was like, hey, I want to read to some boys. And they were like, okay, how can we contribute? We're on a mission now to read to 500 boys before the year is out. And that's as a result of them understanding the importance of that.
Thank you.
So I just want to share how important that is, and we need to pay keen attention to that.
Thank you for that. And it's a great segue because I'm coming to Lisa, and not only what you just mentioned, but just what in March, the Flow transported 200 girls from across the island for girls in ICT, and we had a lot of girls coding for the very first time, and that was a wonderful atmosphere. So Lisa, I'm coming across to you because you represent Flow.
Right.
And through Flow Business, you guys have launched a new suite of products that can assist small businesses, small to medium businesses to get on their feet, to kind of give them a jump start and support. Tell me about those solutions, those smart solutions, and how they can help people who are watching.
Okay, all right. First, thank you guys for having me here, and thank you for being here, right? This is a brainchild, by the way, by myself and my team, so we really invest in innovation, and I'm happy to see it growing, and becoming, right? So one of the things that we invest in at Flow Business, right, is in small business, helping them to level up, to grow, especially in this digital age. We are in a digital divide, and we're trying to equip them with the tools necessary and the knowledge, right, to get there. So as such, what we have been providing over the last 2 years is a suite of digital products, and we have spoken about some of them. Some of them we know already, like the website, right? We also provide access to e-marketing, right? I call that like a digital marketing in a box. We also provide digital help desks. This is something, the tools that we provide, we know that the customers may not have the time and the resources as small businesses. So what we do is that we provide tools that are easy to use, they're affordable, and not only that, one of the best part of it is that we provide experts that can do it for you, right? So if you can't build a website, we'll build it for you. Right? If you need the IT guys, you need to set up your monitors, your TVs, we'll have a tech guy doing that for you, right? So these are the tools that we provide, and I would want to elaborate a little bit more, for instance, on the website. Now, on the website, a lot of persons, they're using social media, and they'll push back and they'll be like, I don't need a website, that's like becoming dormant. But that's not the case, right? A website is needed, and I would say, use your social media still, but use the website like a hub. Right? And you use all your social media around that to attach to it. The thing with a website is that it gives you the platform to do more, to control, to manage, and it has an e-commerce element.
Right.
Social media doesn't really have that. You always have to point back to that.
Right.
Right? So that's one of the things that we provide. And with the website, you have the e-marketing that gives you access to search engine optimization. Spice spoke about, Grace Amsel spoke about that.
Great.
Right? Because it's not just having a website. Right? It's equipping it that persons can find you when they search for you. So you have to use your keywords and create those algorithms. So again, we have the experts that do that for you, right?
That can help guide you.
Guide you on how to do that, right? They actually set up the search engine optimization for you or search engine marketing. So when you go on Google and you see AD and the first thing at the top of the page, that's search engine marketing. You want your ads out there, you want people to know about you. So we give you access to such tools.
Beautiful.
We also have security tools. Right? We have storage, because we know security is very important. I mean, we're in Jamaica, we know this, right? Very important. So if you're going digital, you want to ensure that you protect the platform that you're on. So we are here to do that, and as I always say, we're not only in the business of selling, we are partners, we're allies, and we create systems like this. We stand by our promise. We have 3 of them: always connected, always by your side, and always more. And this is always more.
Oh, thank you. Very well said. And for persons who are watching online, you know, if you need the help, don't be afraid. Just drop it in the chat and just say help so that we can get the help that you need. So I'm coming across to Miss. Let's get this money. Kalilah, a lot of persons, and just congratulations on the expansion and the evolution of your brand.
Thank you.
A lot of people, oh, absolutely, bigger up. A lot of people come to you when they're trying to figure out the best money management or the best money moves to make. But you are so much bigger than that in terms of you are a media entrepreneur, you are a digital marketing consultant, you just, your business has now won Business Award, Gleaner's Flair. You were just nominated in the category JCC for Entrepreneur of the Year, but also yellow for JCC Marketing Excellence. You have done a great job, and it's very easy to say, oh, that looks easy, but you built your brand using social media, maybe as a one-woman team when you first started, and now you are converting your followers into customers through your new Money Mission community. Talk to the persons who are watching, who are going, I'm a one-man team, one-woman team. How do I build this empire like Kalilah?
Listen, what you need to do is just take advantage of the resources that are out there. And the game changer over the past 12 months has been AI. AI can allow you to do so many things and expand your capability. And I'm going to give you guys a nugget. Like, if there was one thing I want you to leave here with, it's this golden nugget that has helped me within the past 2 months increase my engagement by 1,000%. Gain 10,000 new Instagram followers, get 3,000 people in my brand new community, and importantly, earn $10,000 US in just a few days in our first month. So let me give you the hack. All right, y'all are interested now, right?
We're ready. Let's get this money. Let's get this money.
So how do you convert your followers to customers? Because people feel like you can just go on social media, build up all these followers, and boom, everybody's just going to automatically buy from you. So this strategy has helped me to do all of that, and it's a DM strategy. I heard Spice talk about the link tree earlier, which we started with. You know, you tell people, link in bio, guys, and you can get all this information. The reality is, most people aren't going to go to your link in bio because it's too much work. You're going to be like, oh, let me just keep scrolling. I'm entertained elsewhere. You tell people, go to your link in bio. Some will, but not everybody's going to go. So the strategy now is to use the DMs. So you give them a keyword, a call to action at the end of whatever it is you're saying. And that's why you always see me at the end of all my videos say, comment newsletter, comment real estate. You give them a keyword. When they comment that keyword, you're going to set up an automation that's going to send them a DM with a link to whatever you want to send them to. And then that's going to, listen, when I did that, it was a game changer. And then, so when you do that now, you're wondering, why everybody's commenting money on the Kalilah post? Oh, because you didn't finish watching the video, so you didn't know. So now I have to go back and watch to the end to know why everybody's commenting money, or I have to go back and read the caption to understand why is everybody commenting this particular word. And now, oh, if I comment money, she's going to send me the link to sign up for this thing or give me something for free. Let me comment money too. So it increases curiosity, and it gets you direct interaction with your audience because now they're commenting something that you told them to comment. It increases your engagement, but more importantly, you are able to send them a clickable link in the DM, which you cannot do in the comments.
Correct.
And they're not. Most people not going to go to the link tree to the link in bio, but if you send them a DM, they will click on it. And that's the strategy that has boosted us. Like,
wow.
I needed to share that with you today.
No, I appreciate that. And the reason why I think we should do a lot better is because a lot of persons figure out nuggets and they do not share the information. So right now, I anticipate that when we go on Instagram, I'm now going to see everybody saying, comment below. But at least we know that what you are doing is you are trying to actually experiment, and we appreciate that.
And let me add that you have to use the automation, because when we did it, we got 3,000 people commenting money, and we were trying to do it manually and respond to each one. Listen, it got overwhelming. We looked into it. We found a service called ManyChat, which you can use for free. They have a free program, then you can upgrade to paid, and that's just going to automate everything and make your life easy.
What is the name of the entity?
ManyChat.
ManyChat, not money chat. ManyChat to get more money from the chatting where you're going to do with the people in the DMs. Thank you for that, Keron. And I know we're running out of time, but Keron, Kalilah mentioned automation and AI, and when the average person hears AI, it's like, oh my God, the robots are going to come and take our jobs. We're going to lose everything. We're going to die. iRobot, Terminator, they're going to take over the world. But a lot of us refuse or have a hard time wrapping our heads around how we can leverage automation and AI in very creative ways that impact our business. Talk to me very quickly about what you have seen between AI and Caribbean small and medium businesses, and then I'm coming down to you guys.
Well, for starters, has anybody heard of the big one, the big elephant in the room, ChatGPT? Just a show of hands. Yes. Who has started to use or play around with ChatGPT? I think the biggest thing when it comes to any form of technology, again, technology is being released at a rapid rate. ChatGPT has iterated 1,000 times over the last couple of months. You just need to be curious about the technology and play around with it. The reason why the majority of these products and services that we see have a freemium model where they give you a lot of stuff for free is because they want you to start playing around with them and experimenting them to see what exactly in your business can you start to automate. So I'm taking notes because that piece of nugget, I'm guilty of telling everybody, link in bio, link in bio. So now I'm going to be checking out ManyChat and getting people to automate that response. Be curious. Play around with everything. There's going to be new technology happening all the time. It's going to make your head spin, but again, the biggest thing I could say is be curious and just experiment, play around with all the tools that are available.
Absolutely, and with the struggle for most small and medium businesses is that we don't have large teams. We don't have divisions and departments and workflow and all of these things, and so automation and AI and processes help us to do what we cannot do manually by ourselves. Joel, I'm coming across to you, because we tend to see a lot of businesses, they realize the social impact, but it feels like performance.
Oh, gosh.
It feels performative. And
Yes.
say, I'm a huge advocate on doing something because you really believe in the impact.
Absolutely.
So now that we're telling our business women and men, social impact is important, but we don't want you to go with a big check and go, hey, see me here,
No.
and then you don't do anything.
Absolutely
How
not.
do we make that social impact priceless and meaningful and not performative?
It should be woven in the fabric of your operation. It should be in you as an individual, and you don't necessarily need to do the same thing that everybody is doing. Not because it's Labor Day, I mean you need to go and paint a school during Labor Day. You should want to contribute as an individual, as a human, because you're interested and invested in something like this. You can find that passion within and see how best is that you can contribute. And it can be very simple, people, but you need to have at least something driving you along the lines of how you can contribute to the development of whether it is young people or the community or wherever it is that you serve. Something as simple as the other day I engaged someone who owns a cupcake company, and she gave us 100 cupcakes for a reading session at St. George's Girls Primary School. And the reason why she did that was when she was an orphan, somebody came and read to her when she was young.
Wow.
And as such, that has stuck to her, where she contributes cupcakes
And it's a
whenever
part.
it is that there's something going on, and it's a part of her. So you can find something that drives you as an individual and figure out how that can become a part of your purpose so that it's not performative at all, because you're doing it because you love it.
And you're doing, absolutely, absolutely. And going back to what Grace Hamilton said, and what I believe a lot of us on the panel do, is consistency. You can't
Absolutely.
just pop up every now and then, but
No.
for it to be woven in, it has to be something that people see frequently, consistently, or constantly over a period of time. Craig, I'm coming to you because you kind of explained to us and you said, hey, you don't have to do the big spend. Some things can be free, some things can be targeted. You also mentioned language. How
Okay.
important do you think, from a trend perspective, a pattern, we see AI, how important is language and having Caribbean people more open to exploring territories?
What's really sad
No.
is that at the conference that we did when the thing went into the Spanish, and it was a Spanish conversation, most of the Jamaicans left the room. I didn't actually get the free translator that was available to listen. When I saw the Spanish-speaking people, they stayed in the room, and when it was an English thing, I put on the English translator. So they're comfortable realizing that if they have a deficiency in the language, they're going to do business in it. We might see something that's different and have fear. But guess what? In reality, I know not Grace Hamilton over there or Spice has traveled the world to many places that don't speak English.
Correct.
And they love us can't done. But our business community might see that and see barriers. But I know a couple business people, senior, who are super rich and making money in places like Colombia and other places that is crazy. But what I'm going to say to us, for the junior business people, for the younger ones, for the people who are even starting or older, now is the time. It's actually the revolution that's starting. With AI, language barriers are really being reduced. I'll give you a great example for me. My Spanish was maybe B2, now it's maybe C1 right now, which means I'm advanced. I can speak not at a native level, but I'm very fluent. I was able to write my first commercial in Spanish, right? Last year, paying someone on Fiverr $200 US to translate the work I did in English. This year, I was able to write the ad myself using ChatGPT. And I shot it with Spanish speakers in a Spanish-speaking country at an extremely low cost. That is completely new. That is AI working for me as an English speaker. So I have something I'm going to just read to you guys very quickly. It's about what you need to put into ChatGPT to get started. Because I know it's better to just give an actual fixed thing. So go into ChatGPT and ask it for a McKinsey consultant who is helping me as a small business owner with my marketing plan, and tell them that, hey, I need a LinkedIn profile, a Google My Business, a Facebook page, an Instagram page with maybe 15 posts. And then tell them about your business and say, can you write all that stuff for me? And give me a step-to-step plan that I can do that. That's it. Consistency is key, but a lot of us can't be consistent. Maybe we're introverted, maybe we're nervous. Just get that stuff up and you're going to win. It is free. That's ChatGPT. Secondly, I'm announcing today with you guys at Flow. Flow is sponsoring Telgen and PSOJ's conference in September about how to export to Latin America. So Flow, because they really care about small and medium businesses, they're working with us to show other people how you can actually export to Latin America as a Caribbean region. And with all these new technologies, internet, AI, flights from Copa, from Jamaica to Panama to any country in South America in the same day, basically, we have nothing to be afraid of. And there are tons of Jamaican people that are quietly super rich doing business in these places. But why can't we? Why can't we as regular people go to a Colombia and a Panama and sell something, or even Cuba? I mean, you went to school in Cuba. I sold a website in Cuba just the other day. I mean,
Why can't?
Why can't we?
Why can't we? Why can't we? Thank you for that, Craig. I know we're out of time, but I want to get final words from Lisa, and I want to get final words from Kalilah. You spoke about the smart solutions that can help small and medium businesses within Flow Business. For the small and medium businesses that are listening right now, do they have to come with any necessary kind of information or anything that they need to come with to then say, can we get help, or can they just pick up the phone, call, where are the resources, where can they go to actually start this conversation today?
Right. So all of our information is on flowbusiness.co, right? And this is being broadcasted regionally. So all you have to do is just put your country name after the slash or CO, and then you'll get to the Flow Business page. You can go and look for smart solutions there, and it will have all of the products outlining what all of them can do for you, and also all the necessary contacts. And we have business class support. So we always have someone there to help you, to guide you, because we can take it on an intimate level. What best suits you? What best suits your business? And we'll have that conversation and provide you with the right tools that will help you to grow.
Thank you so very much. Kalilah, I'm going to leave you with the last word because I know we've been speaking about digital tools. We've been speaking about digital journey and ad spend and smart solutions and social. A lot of people might see your business expanding and they go, that's easy. How do you, and I think it's necessary for people who are small to medium businesses, how do you overcome imposter syndrome? How do you overcome the possibility of rejection? How do you overcome the fear of stepping out and trying new things and doing it on such a public level? A lot of small businesses don't move from point A to B because of all of those struggles. Is there any tip or any advice based on your experience that you can share as your last word to our audience?
I heard something at a conference recently, and it really stuck with me. Move when you feel moved. So when you have the idea, that is the time that you need to jump on it and execute. Because if you wait, if you delay, you're going to give yourself a chance to have the imposter syndrome, to second guess yourself, to say, no, this is not a great idea, to have other people talk you out of it. But everything that I have done that has been a success, from launching Taking Stock to now launching Money Mission, I had the idea in the middle of the night. I woke up at the same time, started writing it down, and within a week it was launched. So move when you feel moved. That way you avoid all the setbacks, all the negativity, and just get it done. Just do it.
I love it. Thank you so very much. Ladies and gentlemen, give a round of applause to our panelists.